Welcome to Dm4, the bad place. Now, this map is very different from the previous maps that I've shown you, simply because it's not really focused on running the mega or timing the armors. It's completely positional advantage. So, positional advantage matters simply because of the layout. So I'll cover the layout first, and this is the central room. It has lightning gun, grenade launcher. Ignore the quad damage, again that's not there in duel, that's just there in team games. Which, actually, no it's not in the modes that people play, free-for-all I guess. So, central room, and then down there is the mega health room. That's the only exit out of there, no teleporters, the only way is run through there near the lava. Then I call that room the ammo room, because it's the only place you can go to get more rockets once you already have exhausted your rockets and you've already got the other weapons. And the only way out of that is up there, down there, or a teleporter up there that will take you straight down there. And that's actually a two-way teleporter, so you can run down there and end up top. So, that teleporter goes right there. And these stairs obviously wrap around. Ammo room is not a horrible place to be. Then, other than that, we have the other two exits here. This one and this one. That room has a one-way teleporter. Goes straight through here, and it takes you right here. So, that one-way teleporter right here. Now, this room is the armor room. It has both yellow armor and red armor, and 15 health. So, this room, very important simply because it has the only important armors on the map, and it has a teleporter here, which takes you right down to the bottom of the center, again, right next to the lava. It's usually not too good to be fighting down here. Whenever I was saying that positional advantage is all that matters for this map, really what I mean is try to be here as much as you possibly can. Because if you're here and somebody spawns and is heading toward the yellow armor or red armor, you can kill them really easily. And then if somebody spawns and they're trying to get to the lightning gun, also really easy kill. So, that covers the red and yellow over here. You can see there's one green armor here. Down in there, in that two-way teleporter, there's a second green armor. So green armors aren't all that good, but it's good to know where they are, because they give you an extra 30 health before you can die. And then, I was saying this is the mega room. I guess I should actually show you that. Mega health and 10 rockets, and a rocket launcher. So, the weapon locations, again, rocket launcher in the mega room, lightning gun and grenade launcher in the center, and then right next to the red armor was the other rocket launcher. So, cell locations. We have 12 here, 6 here, 12 here, and then I think, yeah, that's it. And then we have obviously the 15 here the first time you grab that. Rocket locations, you have the 10 in the mega health room, but if you're out of rockets, you're really not going to head there. So instead you go 5, 5, and 5. 15 in one room, and it's really the only place you can go if you're out of ammo, unless you're just completely desperate. So whenever I first did this, whenever I did the first episode, I was talking about these being ammo traps. They make sound whenever you run through them if you don't have full ammo. So you cannot dodge this, you can't jump over it. If you're here and your opponent doesn't know it, then the only way to get out without making sound is to go down here carefully again, not doing it like I was showing you. You have to go 3 at a time at most. 4 at a time makes a sound. So you have to go down here silently and then out here, and you can dodge this one. So if you're trying to be stealthy, avoid that one. The other one you can't avoid is this. No matter what you do, you will hit that. So, again, positional advantage up here is great. Not only does it prevent people from being able to get to the red armor and yellow, if they happen to spawn in there, their only exits are through there or through here. So if you're sitting up here and you have rockets and you're shooting at them, you can prevent them from getting out there, you can spam, you can shoot rockets down here. Their only option is to spam back or try to get out through your spam. But since they spawned here, they only have 5 rockets, so they can only defend themselves so well. So they need to get to here. Either they're going to rocket jump, or they're going to run, take the teleporter, and then go into here and go for the rockets. Or maybe they'll just go for the lightning gun and grenade launcher. Either way, they need rockets, very important priority for them. So if you're preventing them from getting out of here and you've managed to make them fire some rockets at you, count their rockets. They only have 5. So if you listen, make sure they don't grab a pack, you can actually decide, okay, he has only 1 rocket left, that's not enough to kill me, I can rush him and be perfectly okay. Counting rockets is an advanced strategy, but it works very well sometimes. So you may have noticed there are some holes in the platforms here. You can shoot through these. And you can do some interesting shots, not only from top to bottom, but say you're down here and you know your opponent's above you. You can shoot here and here. What's that do? Well, if your opponent's here, rocket explodes right there, hurts him. Rocket explodes right here, hurts him. So those are good rocket shots to make. There are a lot of little holes in here. I'm probably going to mess this up because I really haven't been playing with this mouse sensitivity at all prior to like 5 minutes ago. But you can jump through here and fire through that little rocket hole. Yep, totally screwing it up. There we go. So you can do that, and that rocket shot ends up down here. It's kind of an aggressive way to jump around the corner. And again, the guy on the bottom can use these holes to his advantage, shooting at the ceiling up there, or as soon as he sees you jump forward, he can fire a rocket there. So you're running, he's hiding, you don't see him, you run forward, boom, rocket right at your feet, blasts you and screws up your shot through there. That's a great spam shot. You can do other aggressive things through here, just waiting for people and taking advantage of the fact that they can't see you, but you have really good shots at them if they turn the corner. You can also sit in here, go like this. You can listen for them. Again, there's that cell trap up there. So if they fired any lightning gun and they don't have full, if they don't have full cells, they're going to grab that and make a sound. So you can hear that and fire a rocket like there. And then hopefully that'll do some damage. And you can see them shoot here. This is entirely about setting up a trap for them. But again, if you spawned here, you only have 5 rockets. So you need to be careful with it. Alright, so another little trick which I glossed over whenever I was showing this map in the first episode is that you can slow fall. So this is a fall that if you go down, you will make a sound. You can't get around that unless you see these corners that are between 90 and 180 degrees. If you run into them and hold forward, it goes like that. So holding forward does that, and I just tap it to let it push me down quicker. Tap, 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 tap. So that's a way to get down there sneakily if your opponent knows you're in that room, but he hasn't heard you drop yet. Sounds are critical on this map, because if you're in this area, you can hear almost everything. Literally, if you're standing here, the only things you will not hear are people deep in the mega health room or somebody spawning right there. So you can hear somebody spawn at the red because he's physically right there. You can hear somebody grab the rocket launcher in the mega health room because he's right here. You can hear somebody grabbing the ammo. You can hear somebody spawning up there. You can hear somebody spawning there. You can hear somebody spawning here. So being in this area means you can hear almost everything. Another important thing to note is being down here, you can hear just as much up there. You can also hear the mega, but you will not hear somebody spawning at the very top. So this is a spawn spot. Hypothetically, say you fight your opponent down here, you die, you immediately spawn. If you happen to spawn up here, he doesn't know you're here. So you can try to run away and hide and hope he doesn't go this way. You can hide behind the teleporter and hope he ignores you and doesn't notice. You can hide here, and then if he ended up grabbing this or that wasn't down, you can actually follow him around the corner and then sneak to the yellow armor. I love doing that to people. It is great. Okay, so if you're standing down here or in this room, you can hear people spamming rockets and grenades at you up here, like grabbing these. You'll hear them grab that and that. You hear them shooting. And then if you hear, notice the sound of jumping. Jump, 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 the tempo on that. So if you hear somebody do jump, jump, they got a slight elevation change because they did it just a little bit faster. Usually whenever somebody does that, that means they're going jump, 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 teleport. So if you hear 2 quick jumps, wait for what you wouldn't hear a third, and then fire. That's kind of the, I'm down here, I heard jump, 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 fire. He's coming through that teleporter. That is an excellent way to catch people, because what else would they actually do? They can't go like that. They're not going to actually gain anything from it, so people just go like this. Of course, somebody could fake you out and just do jump, jump, and then wait and see if you teleport, you know, jump, jump, and fake them out like that. But anyway, again, sounds are so important on this map. You can do so much just listening to people and learning. So another good thing, say you have control, you have the positional advantage, you've got some armor, and the yellow and red armor are behind you, and they're up. Your opponent's got a rocket launcher, maybe he's hiding in there, trying to sneak some shots at you. If you can go like this, take some shots at him, even if you take some damage, if you do damage to him, you can run away, get this, come back, try to do some more damage to him, run away, take the red, and then get out. And, you know, he might be spamming at you, but realistically, if you've done enough damage to him, he's not going to have that many good options. So this location is very useful. You need to be at this location and taking advantage of the fact that the armors are behind you and you can control them. Alright, so spawns, I kind of glossed over these a little bit. There's one here, one there, there's one there, there's one here, there's one down at the red, and there's one at the mega health. So first spawn, a lot of times people will just rush the lightning gun, almost no matter where they are. I prefer to get the red armor myself. Like, you know, if you spawn here, a lot of people just jump straight down. I tend to go for the red unless I heard my opponent teleport on it, or, you know, get it and teleport out, and then it's kind of like, oh crap, he has the good spawn. Because first spawn can determine quite a lot in this map, unfortunately. And then, obviously, if you spawn here, again, you see a lot of people just run out and go straight for this. That is kind of silly in my opinion. I like to just take this teleporter and go straight for the red. So, a mechanic that I didn't talk about in this game is discharging the lightning gun underwater. So whenever you discharge the lightning gun underwater, it does this. Seems useless, right? You just die. Well, actually, what's happening in this is there is an explosion that is generated at the center of your character, and that explosion is proportional to how many cells you have. For every 4 cells you have, it's the radius of 1 rocket launcher explosion. So if you have 8 cells, it's double that. 16 cells, 4 times that. By the time you have about 20 or 30, maybe 30, I'll say, if you're down there and you hit the discharge, it will actually be an explosion big enough that it can hit people up here. And again, it's an actual explosion. It's not limited to people inside the liquid. So he can hide from it by doing this sort of thing. Just if he sees you hop into the lava with a lightning gun, he can go like this. And that's kind of a standard thing where if you hear somebody in the lava and he has the lightning gun, don't be in line of sight of them. But if you can force a fight where you have a high chance of just flying into the lava in the middle of the fight, he's probably not going to be able to run away. So if he has much more armor and health than you, and you just have lightning gun and a fair bit of cells, you can try that as an attempt to reset the map. So you'll both die, but there's a chance you'll get a decent spawn and be able to retake control. A little bit of risk, and it can be effective, but you can't do it too often because your opponent will start to expect it. Alright, So, full control on this map. Like I said, typically you'll have rocket launcher, lightning gun. You'll be up here taking advantage of people trying to get weapons or armors. And personally, I really, really like the strategy of, say my opponent is there and he's trying to get this lightning gun, but he doesn't have any other weapons yet. What he wants to do is get this and then have me be in the red armor room. So he wants to be here and be able to intercept me and try to do as much damage as he can to regain control. So what can I do to combat that if I'm trying to get the red armor as well? Well, I can wait until he comes out, hit him with like 3 cells, does 90 damage, leaves him with 10 health, and then run, grab the red, and run out. So his options, if he just lost... Pathetic. So his options, if he just lost 90 of his health and he only had 100, is he has lightning gun, he can stay here, he can try to fight, but he's going to die in 1 hit. He's not going to be able to do much. Or he can run away. He can go for health, because there's 50 health there, 25 there, 45 here, or he can go down to the mega for an extra 100, and basically, if he's not there, you can get out back into the center very easily. So that is an interesting strategy that I didn't see used too often back whenever I was playing. I don't know if the Euros have adopted it yet, but I kind of call that the wound my opponent and take advantage of his needs strategy. Works well in many other games too. Like in Quake 3, if you can rail your opponent whenever he's just spawning, he's probably not going to contest you for anything. Works the same in that game as it does here. Alright, one thing I should definitely mention if you're new to this map is, you've probably seen it since I've screwed up already, but you can rocket jump out of the lava. The easiest way to do that is fall in and then hold back. And then as soon as the lava appears right in front of your eyes, you hit fire. It's not that hard once you get used to it, but if you're trying to min-max it, then it can get a little bit tricky, simply because the deeper you are in the lava, the more damage you take. If you're fully submerged, you take a lot of damage very quickly, so you don't really want to go all the way in. So you might do like that and try to take a little bit less damage, but if you screw that up, you're probably just going to get killed. But then again, the best way to avoid lava damage is simply don't fall in. Easier said than done, though. Alright, so since positional advantage is so important on this map, grenades and rockets are very important. You can take advantage of people trying to get out of here by spamming grenades up here, wait until these respawn, get more, fire rockets, and then if you hear him drop, you can fire grenades down here. So there are some other spots there. If you know somebody's in the red armor, you can fire grenades there. You can go like this. Get grenades to go around the corner like that. Or if you're inside this room and you have some excess rockets, you can try to do this shot. Am I going to get it? Yeah, I got it. So you can actually bounce it off here and then get it to land right here. So if he's trying to prevent you from getting out, then there's a grenade right here. He's going to back off. If you can fire 2 or 3 grenades and get them to that location, it can actually let you out much earlier than you would otherwise. So I've talked a little bit about the spam shots between here and here. Let's see. Talked a little bit about the spam shots to here. So if somebody's in there and you're trying to just shoot rockets at them, you can use this jump, turn, and fire a rocket. That's a pretty good way of catching people off guard. I had one friend who I played so much that he would sit here, wait for me, and try to fire a rocket to smack me out of the air whenever I did that. He actually pulled it off a couple of times. So know your opponent. You can pull off some really crappy things like that, in my opinion, but yeah, whatever. And then if you're on the inside here, you don't have to go for those stupid shots. You can actually, wait here, try to listen for them grabbing the health, fire a rocket here. You can just sneak out and fire a rocket in that direction, or you can back off. And keep in mind, you have all the rockets here, so if you have a rocket launcher in this room, then you can take your time, fire a rocket, and hide away, make sure he's not coming for you, fire a rocket here. That's actually a good spam spot, by the way. If you're waiting here, he can't really reach you with the lightning gun unless he's rushing you, but if you see him immediately, go like that and just run away, because this shot's good. Okay, so say, well actually one of the most common situations in this map is you die, your opponent has full control, what do you do? If you spawn behind him, you're going to die again. If you spawn in front of him, you're going to die again. If you spawn over here, he heard you, but you have options. Your options are get to the lightning gun somehow, or get to the mega somehow, because he's definitely not going to let you to the red armor. So some people just try to jump, grab that, and take this teleporter, and I completely forgot to tell you about this teleporter. If you're completely new to this game, that teleporter is really weird, just takes you right there. I'm not entirely sure why they decided to add that, but it's an interesting thing. Anyway, so you're in here, you don't have any weapons, your opponent has control. You can also go through here, sneak, grab the lightning gun and run through, or if you're here, you can teleport, grab the green, do a whole bunch of teleports back and forth, and then try to jump toward the mega and red armor, or mega and rocket launcher rather. But he's probably not going to let you out of there that easily. So, I prefer the sneaking method. Tends to work well for me, but again, if you play one opponent too much, he will catch on. You're going to have to switch it up. You can also try to act like you're going to sneak the lightning gun and just go like this, straight to the rocket launcher, and then try to listen to see if he's just running away or grabbing rockets or something, and see if you can get out. But you do generally want the mega as well. And of course the question, if your opponent has red armor and he's up there and you spawn red armor, you only have 5 rockets, he has rockets, he has lightning gun, he can spam you like crazy. What do you do to get out? Well, you can listen for the spam to see where it's hitting. If he's up here, he hasn't, so you're still down there, you haven't rocket jumped, he knows you're not up coming to the yellow armor, he might be going like this, grabbing the rockets, spam, spam, spam. Do you hear that? That means it's hitting lava. So if you listen carefully and hear his grenades are hitting lava, you can time it and then decide to run out and try to get past him. Another option, if you're trying to get out, of course, is rocket jump up. And then try to, grab this as soon as you can so it doesn't act as a trigger to trap and tell him that you're coming. And then after that, take your time. You only have 4 rockets, so you have to make them count. Of course, if you take a little bit of damage, you can get the yellow. But you come out, try to do some damage, get the lightning gun if you need it. It's really hard to regain control like that. Typically, I don't like to be attacking from this position unless my opponent is already fairly low. Another option, say you spawn in here, you have 5 rockets. What's it sound like whenever you rocket jump? Although I just made a false sound, so maybe that's not the best option. But you can go like that and teleport. He'll aim up toward the yellow armor exit and think you're coming out, but really you're just going to teleport out. And again, you have to time that so you're not going to run into grenades. That's definitely important. And again, I cannot stress this enough, mix it up. Never do the same thing every time. Your opponent will punish you every single time, and it's very painful on this map. Alright, so I've mentioned this before. If you have like more than 20 grenades, more than 15, spam them. Don't let them sit there in your backpack, because if you die, your opponent's going to use them, and he will use them to his advantage rather than yours. So make sure you get rid of those rockets and grenades. Alright, so since I've talked about positional advantage, it being really good to be here, because if your opponent kills you, you really don't have that many good options. On the flip side, you don't want to be in this area if you don't want to die if he's up there. So don't let him kill you if he's up there. Just hide. Waste his time. If you're back here and he's going for ammo and he kills you, that's great, because you have a lot of spawns where you can actually get to the red armor. If he's in that room and you spawn here, you can usually teleport and go like that. Or you can spawn here and get to the red armor. Or you can spawn on the red armor. So, super shotgun, definitely a good area to have your opponent be at whenever he kills you. Another good place is if he's down here and he kills you. Let's see. Mega health is another good area. If he's down at mega health and you're trying to force a fight, you're probably going to get a better spawn than him and still have a good chance of maintaining control. Alright, so that's my basic tutorial on this map, and before I jump into the demo, I would really like to mention that I was pretty good on this map for American standards. I did really well. I probably played it more than most competitive players, but the Europeans were much better than me, and I say that because in this tournament I played against Reppy, and Reppy is incredibly good, and he actually beat me on this map whenever I had like 28 ping to his 100, maybe 90. Either way, he is incredibly good. It's very difficult to pull that off. If you want to learn more about the Euro strategy, I think you'll find them camping more in this general area even if they don't have red armor. I tend to go for the red armor whenever I'm lacking it. That's just kind of how I play it. I think they could use it to their advantage, but there are some other things they do that I don't. You'll need to watch them and study their demos to figure it out, or just ask them. Anyway, I will hop into the demo now. So this is round 4 of GGL AmeriCup, and yeah, okay, here we go. And ignore Phil, it is map 4. I love you, Phil. Standard spawn. He chased, and I did some damage to him, so that's good. Oh, see, I tried to min-max that lava, but failed at that. Either way, he would have had a good spawn that would have countered that. Now he has his rocket launcher backpack. So again, I don't want to die there. I'm just trying to run away, waste his time. Maybe sneak a lightning on if I can. Perfect. Okay, so I don't want him to get out of here unloaded. Oof, but he really destroys me with that. Alright, so again, play it safe, get a lightning on if I can. Try to do some damage. That's all I'm thinking here. I don't want to waste too many lives trying to regain control. Nope, he saw me. Can't sneak. Again, he saw me just as I was trying to sneak. Trying to be careful and will not let him kill me, because I like having a lightning gun here. So that was a huge string of luck there, since I was just aimed right at the corner and he couldn't quite hit me. He really should have been able to kill me there, but just a little bit of luck and some aim. Either way, I'm very glad I regained control, only giving up 1 frag. That's incredible on this map. Alright, so the red armor is not going to come up next, it's the yellow. That's why I didn't drop down here. I grabbed those healths right there at the same time as him kind of teleporting and rocket explosions going on, because I snuck down using the silent fall, and I wanted to make sure that he didn't hear me. Usually if you sneak down and then you hear somebody, or if you're outside and you hear somebody grab the healths, you know he's down there. There's no question about it. I'm not sure if he actually heard me or not. Oof. That didn't work out. Alright, I absolutely cannot aggress at this point. Fortunately, he seems to be happy just sitting back. Wouldn't be a bad idea to wait for the 15 outs to come back again. But if I need to, running away is fine too. So again, he has more health than me. I don't really want to die with him outside there, so I don't rush. He killed me there, that's not bad. Unfortunately, bad spawn, and bad spawn. Normally I wouldn't be too upset by that, and I wasn't. Okay, so I died, but I left a rocket launcher pack at the bottom. And he did not take it. Perfect. Again, dying there, I'm usually happy with that, but he's very fast. At least I got a yellow. Alright. Oh, that didn't work out. Oh, let me rewind. Okay, so I planned on just waiting here, trying to listen for him, so that the red armor wouldn't be up early enough for him to take advantage of it, and then I'd grab it and run away, but I really wasn't standing close enough to it. So, that was very bad on my part. Perfect. There's that lightning gun discharge reset. Alright, so again, red armor's up. I'm just going to try to do some damage to him so that I can grab the red armor and then have good control. Still have 95 health, plenty of cells, rocket launcher, red armor. Worked great. He's wounded. And I do something horribly stupid. There we go. Alright, again he's wounded, so if I need anything, now is the time to go for it. Since he teleported, that kind of told me he wasn't in the mega. Alright. So he's probably still up top, might have slow fallen down. He's definitely down now. I need rockets to be able to do some damage to him. Now it's just spam out here and take advantage of the fact that he didn't realize I dropped. So that mega health usually doesn't come into play in this map. He's out of rockets, or really low. Otherwise he would have been spamming in return. There it is. 7-7, 2.5 minutes left. Oh, I tried for the direct, missed. Alright, so he did some good damage. I want to make sure he doesn't get out here unscathed. But again, go for the yellow, come back, try to do some damage. His grenades do some good damage to me, unfortunately. Alright, so I don't want to let him out of here. Good. He was in the lava, so I had to run away. I'd hoped to do more damage before I had to run away, but I had to take it. He didn't realize that I had fallen. So again, taking advantage of this, waiting until he's out of the range to hear the mega, and then I'll grab it and run away. Alright, I did a ton of damage to him and only hurt myself a little. I have the positional advantage here because he's not going to rush out. See, he did exactly what I do. Took a little bit of damage and ran away, but it worked out well for him. So now I need to prevent him from getting in here before the yellow's up. Lucky timing, but I missed that rocket. Did some great damage to him there. Good time to run away. 30 seconds left, I'm up by 2. Alright, just deny him the position, do some damage to him, make him run away. That's it. That is game. Alright, so I'm going to pause it. And I would like to mention, of the stuff I didn't cover in this map, most of it comes down to the shots. It's all about what spam shots work and what don't. And if you noticed, there was an interesting one where Def was sitting here and I was up here. He would sit down here and fire a rocket at exactly the side of these stairs, because the side of the stairs is a good place to have a rocket explode if you're trying to get up here. There are all sorts of crazy shots on this map. If you're down here, you can shoot at the lightning on ceiling up here, you can shoot up here. All the ceilings are pretty close to people in most cases, so being down here is not a death sentence, but you do have a lot less options than most people. And then if you're down here and you want to do damage to somebody up here, you can actually fire right there at the top or right there. So what that'll do is be an explosion right here or right here. If you bounce between those two, you can usually hit somebody who's waiting above trying to fire rockets at you. There are just these shots all over the place. I mean, the entire map is full of just, you know, predicting where your opponent is going to be and firing a rocket even though you don't have line of sight. So, if you want to learn more, just play around. Try to learn what shots work and what don't. You'll find, you know, if you're in here and you know somebody's, or if you're standing up here and somebody's going to the ammo room, you can wait here, aim a rocket right there, and then as soon as you see them try to grab the rockets, you can fire. And if they're not used to it, they'll hear you fire and go, oh, I shouldn't come out. And then if you fire the rocket and it explodes right at their feet, they'll bounce up and you can fire 2 or 3 before they realize they need to run. You can, you know, like I said, there are shots everywhere. This entire map is all about spam and sound and predicting your opponent. So, anyway, that is the end of episode 5, and thank you for watching. I plan on continuing with some more of these. Episodes 6 through 9 will probably be a lot faster than the previous ones, and then I will try to end with a general comment type thing of how to get better configuration settings and anything extra that I couldn't really fit into the specific map stuff. So, thank you for watching, and have a good one.